Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz, and I hope you've been enjoying your sunny day so far. We're going to bring in meteorologist Simone Thomas now. Simone, like I said, it's been beautiful out, just kind of a spring day almost. But what can we expect? I know you said a warm-up's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, we are tracking those temperatures back on the rise as well as the humidity. So the nice break we got hanging out in the 80s, fortunately, is going to be a thing of the past. Now, there are some isolated showers and thunderstorms across southern Arkansas, but you see pretty clear across much of the state. As we continue through the rest of the evening, a nice mix of clouds and sun. We did get up to 90 today, which is a little bit warmer than anticipating. Well, I called for yesterday, but as we continue through the evening, we'll get into more of the 80s. Overnight, really starting out in the 70s. And we got a heat advisory coming up for your Monday as you see much of central Arkansas into northeast and eastern Arkansas under that heat advisory from noon to 8 p.m. So during this time, heat indices between 105 and 110 are expected. Now have a look at the rest of the week, how long it's going to be hot in that 7-day outlook, so stay with us.
All right, right now we're taking a live look at Pine Bluff, where members of the community are coming together to support Sonia Massie's family. Sonia Massie was shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy while responding to her 911 call earlier this month. The deputy who killed her is now facing multiple charges. Coming up tonight at 10, we're going to take a closer look at how some members of the Pine Bluff community are doing their part to speak up and support her family. Developing right now, state officials are conducting an investigation after a state trooper shot and injured a man. It happened late Saturday night when the state trooper pulled over a suspect on Interstate 49 southbound near Rogers. The driver, Angel Zapet Alvarado, refused to get out of the vehicle and resisted the trooper's efforts to remove him. The trooper then used her taser when he refused to comply. The suspect then wrestled the trooper's taser from her hands and threw it into interstate traffic. After that, the state trooper fired her gun at the suspect. After being released from the hospital, the suspect is currently in police custody. The investigation is currently ongoing. Right now, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is investigating a shooting where 3 people died last night. The Sheriff's Department says a deputy responded to a home on Lakeview Drive after a 911 call of an unresponsive woman and a minor. The caller told officials she had seen the 2 women and reported another person inside the home. Police say that was a man. A special response team then responded alongside Pine Bluff, Whitehall, and state police. Law enforcement officers were able to speak to that man, and they say he did not agree to come outside. Law enforcement then report hearing a gunshot and entered the home, where they found 3 victims dead. The victims were taken to the Arkansas State Crime Lab to determine the cause of death. A tragic ending for a Florida vacation for a Fort Smith family, ending in 2 funerals and some time in the ICU. Earlier this week, Tiffany Nance was in a car with her fiance, his mom, and others when a wrong-way driver hit them head-on. Tiffany's family tells us she had taken her fiance, James Sutherland, and his family to Florida. Tiffany's mom says she's overwhelmed knowing her daughter has a long road to recovery. Doctors are treating her for internal bleeding, open wounds, and fractured bones from the knee up.
I can only go 1 second at a time. I know I should have a million questions for doctors, but all I can do is just look at her and be grateful that she's still here.
Tonight at 10, we're taking a deeper look into this tragic story, as well as the next steps for this family as they attempt to move forward. Tomorrow is the first day of classes for the Hot Springs School District, and things will be looking a little different this year. Tonight, THV 11's Carter Thweet talks with the superintendent about the changes they're making and why.
On Monday, July 29th, the Hot Springs School District will open its doors and welcome students back to class. If it feels a little earlier than normal, that's because it is.
We just start a little bit earlier, end a little later, and we have multiple breaks built in throughout the year.
That's District Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Nehus, and she says Monday will be the start of something new and special for the Hot Springs School District. a year-round school schedule.
We're calling it a non-traditional school calendar. Our students have breaks really every month as we move through this new schedule. So our first week-long break will take place the week of Labor Day in September.
They're able to give these breaks throughout the year by shortening summer break by about 4 weeks. Nehus says more breaks during the year could help improve attendance, as well as the mental health of students and staff. And she says the shortened summer could have its benefits as well.
Summer learning loss is real. We realize that shortening that summer break from about 11 weeks to 7 weeks, we believe will help our students retain that information.
But as with any change, there has been some pushback, mainly from parents worried about childcare during these week-long breaks. Nehus says the district is already working to calm those fears.
We have several community partners that have opportunities for children on those break weeks. We as a district are providing opportunities for our children too.
And the new schedule isn't the only change coming to the district this year. They're also using a cell phone free program from K to 12.
It's all about our kids. It's all about their well-being, their focus on learning, their academic achievement, and their mental health.
For THV 11 News, I'm Carter Thweet.
Now in a THV 11 update, in exactly 100 days, Americans will head to the polls for the 2024 election, just as the presidential polls in this race to the White House are heating up. At a rally in Minnesota Saturday night, alongside running mate J.D. Vance, former President Donald Trump made it clear he's done with the national unity appeal that followed the assassination attempt. He rallied against Vice President Kamala Harris, now the presumptive Democratic nominee.
A lot of people that say she destroyed San Francisco. She will destroy our country.
Vice President Harris also took shots at Mr. Trump and his VP pick, J.D. Vance, adding, quote, some of what he and his running mate are saying is just plain weird. The Harris presidential campaign said it brought in $200 million in the 1 week since President Biden exited the race. And right now, the so-called park fire has scorched more than 550 square miles of land in Northern California. That's of this morning. The park fire, which started Wednesday when authorities say a man pushed a burning car into a gully in Chico and then fled, has destroyed at least 134 structures. And that's according to fire officials. Around 3,400 firefighters, aided by numerous helicopters and air tankers, are battling the blaze. A new entertainment spot is coming to Little Rock. We're taking you to Film Alley for a closer look at what you can find inside the theater and what that means for businesses nearby. Simone?
Well, a heat advisory is going into effect from noon to 8 o'clock tomorrow. At that time, heat indices between 105 and 110 are expected. Coming up after the break, I'll have a look at the week ahead in your 7-day outlook.